was like, this voice, God?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, it might be the ghost.
Yes, see, there, it's all theme. It's part of the theme.
Yeah, it's the ghost. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, that movie was really good. I couldn't stop. Like, I didn't want to turn away from it because the tension kept building up and up and up, and it was just a wonderful film all around. And you did a great job with the
Thank
film
you.
too. So
Thank you.
how did this project come about? That's my first question.
Yeah, so I was first involved in the short back in 2016. Matt and Jordan of HCT Media, they had created this idea, this world, based on some lore that Jordan grew up with, because he's from Bald Knob, Arkansas. And so we went to Arkansas to shoot. I kind of weaseled my way into the project. He asked me if I knew any actors in Arkansas who knew how to ride a horse. And I was like, well, I know how to ride a horse. And my friend Tommy over here knows how to ride a horse. So we went and did the short film that fall. And then that fall, I joined Jordan in writing the feature film. So I got involved very, very early. And of course, when we were writing the film, I was hoping I would get to be the lead. I was hoping that we could cast Tommy as, Dr. McCune. And I had actually previously worked with Phil Morris that year as well, or 2015, 16, on a short. And I just loved him. He's just such an incredible actor and a wonderful person. And when we wrote the voice of Matthew, when we were writing the character, we heard Phil's voice as Matthew. So it was really cool that we actually all got to be part of it. But yeah, so I've been part of it since the inception, and, deciding to be a producer on it, and then star in it, and then wear as many other hats as I needed to do during the production of it. That just goes along with indie filmmaking. You do whatever it takes to get the job done and problem solve as best as possible. So yeah, I got started at the very beginning of it.
That's awesome. And this time around, you got some big names in there. You got Tim Blake Nelson, David Arquette, Angela Bettis. I mean, how did they get involved in that? They just probably like, this sounds like a really fun film. You got to get involved in this. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. So we had done 12-hour shift the year before, or in 2019. And we had asked David and Christina if they wanted to be producers on that film. So when we got everything ready to go for Ghosts, we asked if they wanted to be producers on it as well. And when they said yes, we had a casting meeting and said, who could we see for Torb? And I said, we all said Tim Blake Nelson would be a great Torb, and David's good friends with him. He had done some films with him. So he said, well, let me send him the script. We sent him the script, and Tim responded, and he really enjoyed it, and he wanted to be a part of it. So that was awesome. And we'd also worked with Angela on 12-hour shift, and she is just, she's an angel. I love her. We want her in every project we do from here on out. She just brought such grace to Lucille, the character. And so we were thrilled that she was going to be a part of it. But yeah, that's kind of how it all came together, and how the cast is, assembled. That's how our Avengers assembled.
Yeah, basically. And the one that shocked me the most, because I was like, I kept watching the film, I recognized him. I'm like, William. I'm like, why does he look so familiar? And then when I saw the name, I went, oh my God, it's Eric Rowan. I remember him from WWE when he was Eric Rowan, and he pretty much channeled Eric Rowan in the role, because he's all quiet. He's protective, like he was with Bray Wyatt. Like he pretty much played in WWE, and just protecting you. And just like he did, it was like you didn't need to do anything with that. He was perfect.
Yeah, he's great. And we, David knew him, or he met him or knew of him through WWE. And so when we reached out to Joseph, he was like, yeah, I've really been wanting to get into acting, and this is such a great opportunity. And honestly, we were so blown away. I'm so happy he's been doing all kinds of other projects, doing some TV shows and some films, because he's so talented. And, getting to see him, especially because the character of William, what he goes through in the film, I think he just does such a great job that I'm so proud of him. And I'm so happy he was able to do the shoot. And also there's a bit of a height difference, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think with the red hair and his red beard, I think we favor. I was like, we can pass.
I think it worked. And and by the way, you were totally badass in the film. You just didn't let anything go. Even when you were like in the hospital bed, you were just like, you still showed that warrior side to you, like, I'm not taking crap. That's what really did a good job there. I'm like, we're getting more of these films now with the female empowerment, and I couldn't be any happier, because Oh,
that makes me so happy to hear. That's great. Yeah, it's fun, because getting to write a character, Jordan was basically like, well, what do you want to do? Like, as an actor, what do you want to do? What do you want to say? And, you know, and he really gave me the freedom to do that. And I was like, well, I really want to kick some ass. So let's make sure there's a good fight scene. So, you know, weaving that kind of stuff in, it kind of helped build the story, because as an actor, you know, I'd been on the Fresh Meat Band for, you know, 6-7 years at that point. So it was something that I was like, it's going to be so different from that. And, you know, I filmed it in 2020 and I got Fresh Meat Band in 2010. So yeah, 10 years later, I get to do something completely different, which was,
and that's
so
good, because not that many people get to do that. Like they're always gonna be known for certain things, but then they don't have a chance to branch out into anything more. And I was just talking to a director who just did an Alicia Silverstone movie that's coming out this week. And I'm like, you know, she's always gonna be known for that 90s teen movie, but this one's gonna be like the best adult role she's ever done, because she just doesn't.
That's great.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm so glad that people get to branch out into different genres or try something different. You always gotta have a beginning, but you know, you gotta keep going with the stepping stone, not do the same thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm grateful that I got to write Annie and play her as well.
That's awesome. So how long did shooting take, and what was the most difficult thing about shooting?
I think we shot 6 weeks. We started June 15th and we wrapped up just before the end of July. And we had pushed 6 weeks because, I mean, the most difficult thing was, you know, we filmed during COVID. We were one of the very first films back up and running. And I'm so proud of us. No one got sick. We stayed in our bubble. The cast and crew was so respectful, and you know, they really believed in the film and they wanted it to be able to happen. And so everyone really buckled down and made it happen. And we didn't celebrate until 2 weeks after everyone got home, but no sicknesses, nothing. So we're really proud of that. That was probably the most difficult. That and mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Yeah, I'm thinking everyone got bit at one point.
Oh yes, there's a scene. Tommy, bless his heart, his hands, he was in the dirt for this scene for so long, and the backs of his hands were just covered in bug bites. I'm proud of him because he's a city kid, so he did really well out there in the boonies of Arkansas.
That's awesome. Well, so finally, what is next after Ghost of the Ozarks? What can we see you next in?
Yeah. Oh wow. We're filming. We're actually HCT. We're producing a feature length documentary about following Dr. Kate Darling, a professor of robotics and AI. So that's coming out, which is really exciting. But we also have a couple more genre films that are in the works, as well as several TV pilot ideas as well. So we have the gamut. But I think we haven't gotten to do a full musical or a comedy yet. So maybe we should expand and do something.
Branch out.
Yeah,
hey,
why not?
And in a way, it's going back to your roots, because, you know.
And I know the funniest people in town. I'm friends with all of them, and they all happen to be incredible singers. So I'm like, you know, I want to make all of my friends' talents shine the way that I think that they deserve to.
Definitely. So everyone, want to check out Ghost of the Ozarks. This is a great film. It has a lot of great characters. You get to see Tara kick some major butt in the film. You get to see former WWE superstar Eric Rowan, aka Joseph Rude, David Arquette. This is a great cast, great story with a lot of twists mixed in, which is so amazing. Like you don't want to turn away from the screen, hands down. You definitely going to want to see this film. And Tara, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about the film.
Absolutely, Albert. Thanks for having me.
All right, you take care and stay safe.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.